I recently picked up a new boat. Did I get scammed? Why don't you come with me on the journey and see what you think? Did things go as planned? They never go as planned, and this was no different. Come along and join me. Hey there, Paul here from YouTube Older is Optional. Today we're heading, it's 4:50 a.m. and we're heading up to Cairns to pick up our new boat. It's so exciting, very exciting. We're heading up to pick it up. Come with me on the journey. We're going to take you along and go through all the trials and tribulations of picking up a new boat and driving 2,000 k's to pick it up. So we're picking it up just outside of Cairns. I'm very excited. Come with me, let's go. Let's have a look. Well, the sun's coming up. We've just come through the Proserpine, near the Whitsunday Islands, and we're heading north still, on the way to pick up the boat. We've just come through Prosy. There is fog everywhere. Pea soup. We'll pull over for petrol soon, have some to eat, and keep trucking on, hopefully to get into Townsville around 8:30, 9 o'clock. See how we go. I've got to, in Townsville, hoping to put a couple of tyres on the car. Nothing like trying to get things done last minute. I don't drive this car, it's my wife's car, Leanne's car, and she's let the tyres get a bit bald without replacing them, so I want to get them replaced before I tow the boat back. So I'm trying to do that in Townsville. She's on the phone today to try and book it. But we'll get through this pea soup and we'll keep trucking. I'll try and show you what this pea soup looks like. So that's the pea soup that we're facing at the moment. Okay, so that should get... So I've now got a full tank of fuel, 80-90 litres. So I got my full tank of fuel, 80-90 litres. That should get me all the way to Cairns now, well and truly. Perhaps a stop in Townsville or Bowen for some tyres. I'm hoping to pick the boat up about 3 p.m, do the paperwork there, and then turn around and start head an hour or two heading back towards Mackay, and then finish off tomorrow. So keep going.
To carry you home.
Coming into Townsville, Leanne's just rung me. She's got hold of Hull.and tyres. We're going to head there on the way through. As I mentioned before, I've jumped into Leanne's car, which I don't drive, and it's got one very bad balding tyre. Not comfortable driving that far with the boat on, so she's organised me to go there. So I'm dropping into Hull.and tyres in Thurrawinga Drive, and we are going to put 4 new all-terrain tyres. Had a bit of a wrestle to go. I didn't need to put 2 tyres on. They've got a Cooper tyre on, but to put that on, I don't have them in stock. So I then have to get 2 tyres which are not the same. I don't like doing that. I like all 4 tyres to be the same. It's not exactly the same, but I had a car, Murano constant full drive, and we put 2 different model tyres on that, and ended up blowing the diff because of different size in the rim. Different size in the tyre, so I don't want to do that. So we've got 4 all-terrain tyres to put on, and I should be there in 22 kilometres, get the tyres on, and then keep trucking to Cairns. Now on the way to Cairns, I've got to stop at a mate's place outside Townsville to pick up a spare tyre. The boat doesn't come with a spare tyre. I've got all the spare bearings packed, but I don't have a tyre. So he's got a spare one, so I'm picking that up. So from here, it's 8:48 in the morning. I will pull up to the tyre place in 20 minutes. 4 new tyres on. He's got them in to go. He's got 28 ready to go. I only need 4 tyres on. Then I'll head to my mate's place just outside the northern side of Townsville, pick up the spare tyre. Then I've got to truck through to Cairns to pick up my mate Snooky, who inspected the boat for me, and then we'll go out and pick it up. There's a lot happening. Let's keep going. Very good. 4 new tyres on. Got an all-terrain tyre, $410 each. Very happy with that. So now we're on the way. Next stop which is 20 minutes away, is to stop to pick up the spare tyre at Ben's house. So we're on our way again. Further north we go. I picked up the spare tyre, all good, no dramas. Toyota tyre, all looks good. It's going to get me out of trouble if I get into trouble with a flat tyre. So I've left, that was about 30 minutes north of Townsville, so we left that. Come up through Innisfail. I'm now 50 k's out of Cairns. Just got to pick up Snooky and then we go get the boat. Starting to get a little bit excited now. It's not far away. Seen quite a few camps. I guess okay. Picked up, had a look at as I've gone past a couple of night places I can roll my swag out tonight on the way home. I think what I'll do is I'll roll the swag out in the back of the boat. That's the plan. So I've seen a couple places in Innisfail on that where I think I can just patch it in there for tonight. So at this stage, I'll keep punching to Cairns. Cairns, pick up my mate Snooky in Cairns, travel the 30 minutes up the hill to get the boat, turn around and start heading back home towards Mackay. I'm hoping to get maybe an hour and a half into the journey tonight. It's just less I have to do tomorrow. Keep going. Alright, so I've picked up Snooky.
I'm Snooky.
That's Snooky there. Good looking joker. We are now heading up the hill towards, where are we going?
Koa.
Earthworks up here. We're 13 minutes away from picking up the boat. I'm just going to take some video when we're there. But we're nearly there. Keep coming on the journey. We won't be too much longer.
Held on tight, but it felt so long. Tell me, where did we go wrong? When you're in the sun and I'm lost in the shade, then who's supposed to lead the way? The home that you built, the sweetness in my veins, we could survive on what remains. You were the one, we had nothing to fear. What we had should still be there. The fire we have and the flaws, I just hope that you want it all, it all. Fall had arrived, I never had any doubt. We just needed to let everything out. Each word a stone, we cast them all away. Yet in the silence we still pay.
Well, we've done all the insurance. That was a little bit of work. But anyway, we're all insured. We're on our way back down the hill from Mariva Way, back towards Cairns to stop and hand off Snooky. I'm going to check the bearings. Yep. We might even slow down because he's been such a good help before we chuck him out. And I just want to put my hand on and check the bearings to see whether they're overheating. And just check on the axle. So we'll do that shortly, but we're on our way. If the water was flat, we might even have put it in Cairns, but it's messy because I look on the way up, it's very rough, and Cairns, as I keep telling Snooky, is full of mud.
Rubbish
Tell me
and
if you
broadcast.
agree. Tell me if you agree.
Broadcast.
Tell me if you agree that Cairns is a mud cesspit. Mackay is the gateway to the Great Barrier Reef. So again, I'm not an expert, I'm not a guru, just a guide. This is how I was taught, just to keep an eye on the bearings while you're driving. It's just to feel that it's not even hot, barely even warm. So that's just one way to check. Just one way to check is just to feel. Yeah, very cool. No dramas, those bearings are going fine. Axle's fine, springs are fine. Well, made it. I found a spot to pull over. I've pulled over about 20 k's Cairns side of Cardwell into just a lounge, about to put my swag out. Let me show you around quickly. Here's the boat. Nighttime. Everything's gone really well. I was going to sleep in the boat, but I'll sleep down beside the car. And it's just a truck stop. Stick the swag out. Quite a few lots of people here tonight. But I am buggered, so I'm going to put the swag out and I'm going to watch the footy. Oh, bit hard to tell, but set up tonight with my swag down there. The boat's behind, got the lights on, just having some dinner. I'm about to go to sleep. We'll get up early and we'll head off for the big trip home tomorrow. This little it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Reasonable sleep in the little swag there. But it's 5 o'clock in the morning, time to head home. Got to be home by lunchtime. Praying for a safe trip home with the boat. So far the axle's held up very well, the hubs haven't got held at all, and the springs are holding out, so it's going fine. Gonna pull it and see Ben, my mate, in Townsville, about an hour down the road. Just get him to have a quick look over the trailer and check. We'll pack up, let's get going. Oh. Just checking all the lights before I go. There's problems. None of the lights were working. I couldn't figure it out, but lights wouldn't work with the automatic lights on. I have to actually physically turn the lights on. So this car's got an automatic lights on button when it reaches a certain lightness or lack of lightness. And anyway, fix that, we're good to go. Right, come to my mate Ben's house. Ben's just checking the trailer. He's a motor mechanic. We're going to need an axle and springs eventually, but there's a bit of time and we should get back to Mackay, no dramas, so that's a great relief, and we'll do that when we get back to here, and we've got 4 hours to go and I'm home. Thanks, Ben.
Cheers, mate.
Right, so we've the last stop, come out of Townsville. We are now 200 kilometres from home. Everything's going swimmingly. I must say I'm learning to trust this trailer, no dramas. It tows straight as a die. In fact, of all the boats I've owned, and I've had boats for 30 years, certainly this one tows the best. So it's just a matter of another 2 hours. I'm a bit tired, so just to recap, I left at 4:30 yesterday morning, drove all the way to Cairns, picked up Snooky, drove to Atherton Tablelands, an hour out, sorry, 3/4 of an hour out of Cairns north to this place to pick it up, which you've seen. Picked it up, turned around, drove to Cardwell, slept in the swag next to the boat overnight in a camp stop. Got up this morning, went to Townsville, got my mate Ben, who you saw, to have a good look over the trailer just to get his seal of approval to go the rest of the way. He's a mechanic. He said it was good to go, but we will eventually need to replace the axle and the springs, but it'll get me home. So it's 10:44. We've got 223 kilometres to go, and we'll be home, and looking forward to testing the boat out, and also just really looking forward to having a really good go over the boat. So after Ben, he's a mechanic and a trucker, owned a trucking company, having a good look over the trailer and the boat, he's happy that it's going to get me home. Also very impressed with the trailer. It is very well built. I was very impressed actually with the trailer. However, it is going to need a new axle, and it's going to need the springs redone. So doesn't necessarily have to be done straight away, but before we go to Port Arthur next June, we'll need to get that done. So I'll start working on that pretty much straight away. But very good to get a pleasing report from Ben about the trailer and the boat, as I'd already picked it up, so it was too late. So I was a little bit... Well, we just stopped for lunch. Oh, I've got 127 k's to go and I'm home. But just stop for lunch. I'm just going to check the bearings, show you how I do that. That's not even hot. Barely even warm. So that's just one way to check. Just one way to check is just to feel. Okay, so once we got the boat home, we were able to go right over it, and we identified some pretty big problems. Hence the title or the thumbnail around getting scammed. Probably didn't get scammed. That's probably a little bit of clickbait. A couple of things we identified, 3 things, is number one is the motor. We took it out on the water and the motor was running very rough, very rough, no good at all actually. And also the other thing that we noticed with the motor is in the advertisement he had advertised as a 2022, when in actual fact it's a sold 2017. So that's a pretty big difference. Now we got the boat serviced, and upon getting the boat serviced, there was a cracked spark plug, which fixed the problem of it idling really rough. So we fixed that problem. That was good. Second part regarding the engine, I rang him back and talked to him about it, and he confessed that it was an innocent mistake, which I do believe him, and he actually did rebate some of the money that we paid for the boat because of the age difference. So it was a problem to start with, but that got fixed, which was good. Second part that we had identified as a problem was the Minkota. The Minkota was not working, which, to be fair, in the advertisement he did say that it wasn't working. So the Minkota has come off, and the Minkota is in getting repaired, and it's about a $1,000 repair. So it's not too bad. Happy with that. Thirdly, which is probably a fairly big problem, the trailer. Oh gosh, where do I start? The trailer is an amazing trailer, and it is very good. But the problem is I have to get it replated. That was a problem to start with, but we've since found out that we can do that. He did say to me that the trailer needed work. You would have seen through the video I talk about that it does need a new axle, which is part of the repairs to get it replated. So I'm having to replate the trailer, which is costing a considerable amount of money, but when I am finished, it will be a good trailer. So today is the first day out in the new boat. Luke and I have come to the end of the video. We've been taking you on the journey. It's the first day out, and overall I'm pleased with the boat. Identified 3 problems. Was the motor, which we've had fixed and serviced, the Minkota, which I've had a quote, it's now getting fixed, and thirdly is just repairing the trailer, which I'm in the process of doing now. But overall, we're really happy with the boat now. It was a bit of a nervous wreck. I would advise people to be careful when you buy a boat, that you need to check the trailer, the manufacturer dates, and just go through everything to make sure it's right. Even though you get excited in the moment like I did, and you had to get it and get back to Mackay, it ended up being a bit of a problem. But overall, we're pleased with where we're at now. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.